Hey team. Hey team, Chef Eric Gephardt here, hope you're well. Today's recipe, super simple, a lot of fun. Here in North Carolina, we weren't able to sell booze on Sunday before noon, so us chefs got together and figured out this amazing dish, the Bloody Mary clam bake. Let's get into the action. So simple ingredients, okay? You're gonna make your Bloody Mary however you like it with all the fixings. Doctor up your sauce, I'll show you how I like to do mine. And fresh clams and mussels, okay? These babies are beauties. And if they have the little beard in them, these mussels, you just pull that out right before you fire them off. Now, today we're using the Kettle Joe. Notice how I've chosen to keep the slow roller in the Kettle Joe, but I've taken the plate out. So the slow roller is usually used to smoke things and go low and slow, but I've used it to channel the heat so I can use my Le Creuset and not lose the heat source coming out of the edges. So it's funneled right underneath, which is going to be perfect for this Bloody Mary clam bake. All right, so first thing we're going to do is get our ingredients ready because this happens really fast, so you got to be ready to roll. Let's go ahead and chop a little red onion. Next, we're gonna smash garlic. Now, I don't wanna chop this up. I wanna smash it. I want it to exude its flavor. I don't want it to burn, so I'm gonna keep it large. And all you have to do is put your knife on the cutting board right on top and smash it. That's it. Beautiful. Pop. And lastly, pop. Beautiful. That's about all the prep there is, okay? Let's look at our pan. I'm sitting at what, 650, Nate? Were we about 650?
Oh yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, so it's rocking and rolling. One thing I'll tell you about clams and mussels, the clams are gonna take a little bit longer to open than the mussels. So obviously we're gonna put these in first. Next, let's roll in with a little bit of your favorite Bloody Mary juice. A little bit of fresh thyme. Let it start blooming in. Bit of fresh oregano. And then however you doctor up your Bloody Mary sauce. I'm gonna use a little Texas Pete today. We'll jump in a little Worcestershire. You know, it's got this savory note that's just beautiful, and earthiness and that tanginess that we really like. Plus it's got roasted anchovies, so it really plays into seafood quite well. Horseradish. Okay, you gotta have that horseradish punch, and this stuff is absolutely stunning.
I like your spoon.
Yeah, I like my spoon. You just can't double dip on that side here, so we'll flip it over, go in again, and I love horseradish, I really do. We're gonna close this dome here in just a second once we get all our ingredients in here and let everything just kind of get comfortable with each other. Now's the time that we're gonna throw in our garlic and our red onion. And the aromas are already through the roof. I'm gonna go in with a touch of celery salt. Now we'll get some Old Bay, J&O spice if you like. Today we're using Old Bay. And that's it for right now. So let's close the dome, let that heat build back up in the Kettle Joe. We're gonna look back in about 3 minutes and then add our beautiful clams and a couple more ingredients.
Or mussels.
Oh, yeah, mussels. Just Lexi gets the best of me again. So we got about 3 minutes for that to start simmering. Let's go ahead and do some of the garnish work. First thing we're gonna do is slice up some celery really thin. Let's get a lemon sliced in half so we can squeeze that juice in the very end to brighten it up. And let's slice a little bit of baguette to toast off. And just to up the ante a little bit, we'll put a little of that Old Bay in there so it really sings through. All right, come on over. Now we're going to put our mussels in. But look at this. We're starting to open up some of these clams. It's happening. I'm gonna make a little bath in here for those mussels, not clams, the mussels to go right in. Oh yeah. And just stir them up a little bit. Make a little trouble in there. And if you think you need a little bit more Bloody Mary mix, add a little bit more mix. We're gonna give that about a 5-minute rest for everything to start opening up together, and then we're gonna knock in our finishing garnish. And do not forget, we're using Tito's today. Don't forget the vodka. The reason that we don't put this in the very beginning is because I think this stuff evaporates at like 173.2. Check me on that. Leave it in the comments down below. What temperature does alcohol evaporate? That's how we make moonshine, 173.2. So we're not going to cook out the alcohol in this, or you can if you like, up to you. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, beautiful. Now we're gonna take these crostinis and place them around and just give them a little toasty goodness. You know, those tomato forward flavors are coming through. The mussels and clams have just released this gorgeous liquid within the Bloody Mary mix that just sings the ocean. I mean, it smells so fresh, so tomatoey, so delicious. I want to brighten it up with a little bit of lemon juice, okay? So just a little squeeze over the top. And any shellfish you find that's not open, that you can't open with your tongs, discard. But looks like we've got a pretty darn good batch here. Everybody's nice and open up. Last but not least, I want to pick up this celery garnish, just like you would having a Bloody Mary, but we're going to toss it in like that. And notice how that green really makes everything pop, and then it just plays, like I said, to the idea of a Bloody Mary. And you can imagine coming up and picking up one of these little Old Bay crostinis and just diving down in there. So remember, we talked about adding the vodka in at the end so that we don't evaporate it, and it is a legit Bloody Mary. Here we are off the flame, so we don't have to worry about flambe at all, and we're just going to go in over the top. Beauty. Use our spoon to stir that up just a touch. And then if we want to, if we're going to serve it quick enough, we can stick these babies right in the back. You may have seen me do this before with the crab dip. I love this fan idea for a functional garnish. All right, and this is Bloody Mary mussel. This was my Sunday brunch go-to on the Cape Fear River in Wilmington, North Carolina. But these little guys, and the fun way to do it is just to break that off. Use a little spoon to kind of disconnect there, and you got a little shooter. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Another pro tip, once you get your first mussel, you just eat that. Now you've got pinchers, and you can come in here with your pinchers, grab one of those, dunk it in your mix. It's gonna be a long video. I'm just gonna be sitting here eating this thing. I mean, this is as good and as fresh and as fun as it can get. Plus you get this great grilled cocktail that goes with it. Let me show you what the cuisson, or the cooking liquid, looks like here. Whoop. Got so much shellfish in here. Oh yeah, that's just a big, delicious Bloody Mary right there. Let's give it a go. So awesome. Folks, I implore you, make this one at home. It's too easy. You can get, no matter where you are in the US or around the world, pretty sure you can get fresh clams and mussels. Don't use the frozen ones. You need that fresh liquid. You can get it. You can get it. Look it up online. Or let me know if I can help you find a resource for that. Again, folks, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, do leave us a comment. I love reading and responding to those comments. And from my backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.